Now that we've looked at the past simple, it's time to talk about a more challenging tense, the past continuous and the past perfect continuous. Now, here's the good news. These ones are not all that common in the OET, and I'll tell you the specific scenarios by which you are going to use them. And I think sometimes you can even write a letter without even needing this tense. So keep it in mind, it's not the most common tense that you'll see. That being said, it is important we actually understand it, how to form it, and its usages. So past continuous, and you may hear this also described as past progressive as well. That's something that we often interchange. So continuous, progressive, they have the same meaning over time, right? Duration here. So here's how to think of this. Was experiencing is the past continuous. Why? Well, it's past because of the first verb, and it's continuous because we are using that ing. Then the past perfect continuous, so again, continuous because of the ing, past because of the had, and perfect in the sense because it's had been. So we're using this participle of be, right? Had been experiencing. Now don't get confused. This is technically also similar to the passive when we saw some examples earlier with been, but we're using it slightly differently here. Had been is a unit for the past perfect. Same like had visited or had studied. But the difference here is be is actually your second verb, and we're using it in that participle form. This one is a really challenging one to remember to form. So what often happens, because the meanings are so close, people tend to opt for the first one, just the was and the ing. It's much simpler and it's less prone to mistakes. So that's how you form it. Now let's talk about usages. Well, in order to use this tense, you need to think of this tense as an action that was happening in the past, almost like the background or the context. What was happening when another event occurred? So let's give you a few examples of this. And there's always going to be two things going on. So two actions in the past. That's why it's not that common in the OET, is because often we just have one action in the past and then we use the past simple. But let's say, for example, you need to give some background. What was happening when the patient arrived at the clinic? So let me give you this as an example. So we have she was or had been, and remember you can substitute either here, that's fine. She was experiencing or she had been experiencing severe abdominal pain when, and you're almost always going to have some sort of time phrase. So when she arrived at the clinic, notice that that second verb is past simple. So we don't have two past continuous. She was experiencing this when she was arriving at the clinic. No, one of them gets the past continuous or the past perfect continuous. One of them gets the past simple. Here's another example for you, and you can see the patterns here of kind of what we're looking at. So she was or had been feeling dizzy and weak during, so another good time phrase, during the morning before admission. Here, we don't actually have a second verb, but we do have basically a time clause, right? So we have two things going on. We have the feeling dizzy and weak, and this was happening before admission. And you could say before she was admitted, and that would make it our second verb if we said before she was admitted. So we just are using the noun form here, which is the only reason there's not two verbs. Stay with me. I have one more example for you. So look at this one here. And this is a great example when we're talking about events that happened as a one-off event. So she was or had been living alone before the fall occurred. And there's your second verb. We have occurred there. And again, time phrases are so key here. Let's highlight some of these verbs and time phrases. So things like falls, accidents, injuries, right? She was driving at night when she had the accident. Notice that the reason you're using past continuous, you're setting the context for a simple action in the past. And that's as simple as it gets. This is how you're going to use it. And the most common scenario, as you can see, is with symptoms or with events that happen once. For example, a fall, right, that we see there. So keep in mind, this isn't a very common tense, but you do want to have it in your toolkit in case you do have some things in the case notes that you need to describe in relation to each other in the past. Next up, we're going to look at the past perfect, which is actually different from the past perfect continuous in its form. So let's take a look at that together next.